What's up, Masterville? It's your boy Bugmeister, twice the nice that you're used to. Bam! And today we are talking top 5 Marvel characters that deserve video games. Nova. Specifically, the Sam Alexander Nova. So, Sam Alexander Nova, he's a Mexican teenage kid who gets the powers of Nova, and he's a pretty cool character. I really like him. Anyway, take Sam Alexander right now because Marvel ain't doing too hot with diversity, if you know what I'm saying. Space. So take Sam Alexander Nova, put him in a video game, and you can have him do all of these crazy things that the Nova Power can do. I'm talking a blasting, he can fight robots, he could have a whole intergalactic plot, intergalactic planetary. Okay, I don't know why I said that, but if you do know what that is, you're as weird as I am. Point being is that Nova has got flight, he's got lots of blasting powers, he's got a lot of energy manipulation. There's a couple of really cool things that you can do with the Nova character, and you can also have like great grand skill sets and trees and things for him to really pull from as a character. So definitely, I believe Nova deserves a video game. I mean, you could take him into space even. He could have space battles. He could be fighting space aliens. He could be like, arenas or whatever. You can do stuff like that on that accord, I think. And I really think it's a cool pitch for a video game. Don't you think? Yeah? Things not to do with a Nova video game. Do not, I repeat, do not make it too linear. I believe have open world elements and have linear elements. Kind of like how you did with the Spider-Man game. So you can have him fly around in the city or fly around in space, but then you can have stuff where it's specific in an arena where he's got to fight people or whatever. You can really go into those kind of areas where he's kind of like the space police. You can do something like that, I think. I think that would be really cool for a game with a character like Nova. So, Insomniac, think about it. I believe this one is a strange request. I'm joking. Number 4, Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange. Yes, Doctor Strange. I think that would be a really cool game. I'm not the hugest fan of Doctor Strange. I have read a bit of Doctor Strange. I've read a lot of the modern stuff of Doctor Strange. I think it would be a cool game, though. I mean, you get all of the powers, you get all the portals, you get all the conjuring mystical finger hand thingies. He can be blasting a demon over there and lifting a dude up there. You can do a lot of really cool stuff. Like, you can do a lot of Bayonetta DMC. Not DMC specifically. Well, actually, if you go to DMC 5, I guess a good character that would be a reference for something like Doctor Strange would be V. Because V kind of has that mystical gameplay anyway, so you could kind of incorporate those elements and take him to weird and wonderful dimensions and all of that stuff. I really think that Marvel could expand their palette with like a hack and slash magical type game. You know what I'm saying? Using Doctor Strange as the center of that. Things not to do with the Doctor Strange game. Do not make this one open world. Don't do it. Don't make it open world. Doctor Strange is not an open world character. You see, characters that are open world like Spider-Man and Batman, they usually chasing down like a lot of personages. They are solving detective mysteries. They're doing everything everywhere. Whereas Doctor Strange is kind of a specific character for a specific circumstance with a specific thing. So if Dormammu is having a fit because he can't find his tampon, Doctor Strange gotta jump in and sort it out. Blade. Some are always trying to skate uphill. As you can tell, huge Blade fan. And don't even get Mahershala Ali. Like, Mahershala Ali already got the movie. I think for the voice acting, get Wesley Snipes. Let's get Wesley Snipes back in a Marvel property. You know what I'm saying? He kind of kicked the whole thing off. I think it would just be mind blowing, and it would attract millions of fans if you found out that Wesley Snipes was voice acting for Blade in a Blade video game. What? Now, you could do cool things with his gadgets. You could have him have like all of the tools that he was using in some of the old Blade movies. You could have him do all of the kung fu, vampire, ninjutsu combos and stuff, whatever. You can do a whole lot of cool things with Blade. And you don't even have to make Blade fight like Batman, because I know that's going to be a big deal. I don't think it would hurt too much if he did fight kind of like Batman. Not too much like Batman. I think you can take a couple of elements, but you don't even have to use that combat system, really. You can look at something like The Witcher. The Witcher has a combat system where it was like, The Witcher has a combat system I think that would fit Blade really well. I mean, if you make it a bit more fluid, you add a bit more animations in there, you add a bit more gadget interaction in there, but you keep the core of that combat system and apply it to somebody like Blade, I think you have a pretty fun game over there. And then you can also do things like Punisher executions, where, remember in the Punisher that was a big thing. You could also do something like that for Blade as well, where he's dealing with ghouls and he's dealing with vampires. He's dealing, not only vampires though. Do not make it only vampires. Throw some werewolves in there. Throw some mummies. Throw the whole that dark universe. Just give it to Blade to murder all of those monsters in the dark universe. Let that be the story for the Blade video game. But if you do need a video game story. If you do need a video game story for Blade, I will write it. I will write the hell out of a Blade video game. I ain't even playing. Things not to do with a Blade video game. For one, do not make it too much like Batman. Okay, we gotta. That Arkham system is cool, but you guys can think of something else. There's other reference material that you can have a look at for a good combat system. 2, do not make it open world. Blade don't work like that. Blade, much like Doctor Strange, he goes and he sorts out a problem. So you've got to deal with that specific problem. He's not finding purse snatchers or whatever. It's just not his character. He deals with the supernatural. Keep it to the supernatural. Something like DMC is a good reference with Blade. That actually, there you go. Yeah, like a DMC type game with Blade. Tell me that's not a good pitch. Let's forget that ever happened. Number 2, ShangChi. The master of Kung Fu. He's getting a movie. I think he should get a video game. Come on. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do with it. You can kind of incorporate the sleeping dogs fighting system with if I don't know if anybody played this, but of course a lot of people play this, I think, but you could do like sleeping dogs fused with Rise to Honor, the Jet Li PS2 video game. You can do kind of crazy stuff like that. You could incorporate some of his magical chi abilities in the video game, and then you can have different sections of the video game where he's just beating up, like you could have the Bruce Lee dojo moment where he's kicking like 60,000 dudes, and then you can also have like stealth segments because he did missions for MI6. So you could also play on that. You could incorporate some sort of magic realms into his video games. There's a lot of stuff that you could do with the ShangChi video game. And I know I see some of y'all talking about he's gonna be fighting like Batman. Hush. Again, you can do a lot of cool stuff with a ShangChi game if you just take the time to tweak the fighting system just a little bit. Just a little bit. And instead of gadgets, you could do special moves. You could actually give him special moves and give him like one of the biggest skill trees ever. Give him all of the square, triangle, square combos that you can fit into a video game. I'm telling you right now, you will not be missing. You will be straight winning Marvel. Give ShangChi a video game. Things not to do with a ShangChi video game. Now, I know this is kind of being a theme in this video. It's cropping up a lot, but again, do not make it open world. It won't work. ShangChi, he has to run everywhere. You know how annoying that would be in an open world game to run everywhere. If you want to make it close to something like open world, I guess the best reference would be Yakuza. But even then, I don't think so. Like look at like a God of War. I think that would be a good fit for somebody like ShangChi, where he's got open space to do lots and lots of damage, but it's a linear storyline. Yes. Black Panther needs a video game. Come on, you have been sleeping on this man with the game, son. Black Panther needs a video game, boy. I'm telling you right now. And I'm not talking about Ultimate Alliance. No. I'm talking about a personal Black Panther. That's what this list is for. It's for everybody. It's personal. And I'm telling you, there's so much fun stuff you could do with a Black Panther video game. You could get more of his vibranium tricks. You could start incorporating some really cool stuff from the comics that they started incorporating, like some of his teleportation technology. That would be fun. Imagine like a vibranium kung fu thing fused with like a Nightcrawler Bamf type of effect. Well, not Bamf, because that's apparently trademarked. But you know what I'm saying. Like, he could be teleporting from one guy to another or whatever. Instead of like hopping like Batman, he could be doing like a teleporting thing. You could have missions where you team up with the Dora Milaje. You could also do like his arrow, like you could get his vibranium arrow throws in there. There's a lot of stuff you could do with a Black Panther video game. Now, I know somebody is saying that he's going to be fighting too similar to Batman. It's going to be the Batman Arkham system. I can feel it. Somebody out there saying it somewhere. And I just want to say that a beloved somebody, I'm not sure who, but a beloved somebody managed to get away with that for 3 games. But for the life of me, I can't. His name is on the tip of my tongue. Things not to do with a Black Panther video game. Do not make it open world. It don't make sense. Black Panther solves national issues either pertaining to his country or pertaining to a threat that is kind of global. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of his lane. He's still a superhero, he still saves people, but his realm of dealing with stuff either pertains to Wakanda, or it pertains to a threat to Wakanda, or it pertains to a threat to the world, or something along those lines. So you can kind of keep him in his wheelhouse, have him in a specific mission. A good frame of reference would be like the Wolverine Origins video game, where you can even incorporate that type of fighting style, where instead of having like a counter, like a direct counter like Batman or even some of the Spider-Man games, or having a dodge button like the PS4 Spider-Man game, he could actually like block, counter, or whatever, and then from the block you can kind of do acrobatics to get out of the way. Something like that. You can make the defense of the game, the defense mechanics, way more interactive that way. And then also another good reference would be the Captain America game. I actually think the Captain America game would be a great reference for a Black Panther game. Obviously, I want it to be better than the Captain America game, because the Captain America game was alright. So, but I'm just saying, you can take that format, expand upon it, and give us a really, really good Black Panther game. Come on now. You know you want to. Insomniac, you know you want to. Okay, maybe not Insomniac, but somebody who can work with Insomniac, you know you want to. Alright, now I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Do you guys have a list of characters that deserve a video game? You can leave that list in the comment section down below. Let me know if there's any characters that you specifically think deserve a video game. And let me know if you want me to do a video on them, if I can give you ideas on what they would do in their video game, how their video game would work, what would the mechanics be. You know, saying this, let's make this an interactive discussion. So, hey, look at you. You made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for giving me your time. If you really like this video, I got another one, a latest video over here. I've got a playlist down there. If you want to check that out, you can click on my face to subscribe. If you do subscribe, remember to hit the bell for notifications so you know when I'm dropping new videos. And I will see you all in another video, because Meisterman's got to be out. Peace.